So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Roger Corman Exploits of a Hollywood Rebel. I forget what year this was made. I think it was recently. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was all right. I hate Roger Corman's politics. He was a big fan of John F. Kennedy, and he kind of went downhill from there, became more of a communist. Unfortunately, Dino Shark is about climate change causing a monster shark to become deformed. Excuse me. Wow, it's cold out here. Anyways, that was disappointing. Every time he says progressive or almost communist, or somebody else says that, I'm about to gag, especially the Oscar ceremony. Horrible. Anyways, the only reasons to watch are really the explosions in the white women's breasts. And Roger Corman himself, I'm not too interested in. He did a little offshoot of some art house directors from European countries like Fellini. Who else? Ingmar Bergman, excuse me. Why did I say Ingrid? Ingmar Bergman. He did Cries and Whispered Amarcord. I don't remember Cries and Whispers. I probably hated it. I have to go back in my old videos to double check, or maybe look up my rating on Netflix. Amarcord was decent. I saw it on the big screen in San Francisco. But one of the few Fellini movies that I like. I can't really say that I rated William Castle. Movie lower than 5 stars. I think all of them are 5 out of 5 stars, as far as I know. But Roger Corman, on the other hand, is kind of hit or miss. I'm not looking forward to Dino Shark. Anyways, it's a bunch of famous actors and directors who got their start with Roger Corman, so they owe him everything for getting their foot in the door. People like Ron Howard and Peter Bogdanovich, Martin Scorsese. You know, the people who started out independent, but then they eventually became lamestream. Like the Jack Nicholson, for instance. Jack Nicholson smoking a cigarette. And he starts crying about Roger Corman. What a hokey actor he is. I'm sure he was decent in maybe 1 or 2 Roger Corman movies. He played pretty good Joker in the Batman movie, but I'm not a big fan of Jack Nicholson. Anyways, they're just talking about what a great independent filmmaker he was, and what a progressive, almost communist dude he was. Anyways, things started going downhill for his company that he started on his own after he left AIP, because he had some disagreements with the I think it was It wasn't Samuel Arkoff. It was the other guy, Nicholson or whatever. Trying to remember, but correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, his company started going downhill after Star Wars. He couldn't compete with the 25 million, 30 million. And of course, he tells the lamestream interviewer guy, excuse me, wow. All of a sudden I started sneezing really bad. Anyways, he's having this interview and he said, well, you could spend like $30 million to rebuild the slum. I don't think so. If the government's involved with other people's money, that's not going to work. Never has. Never will. But that would stop people like Roger Corman from believing that they can create utopia on Earth with other people's money. So he's saying that the Star Wars budget would have been better spent renovating the slums, whatever that means. Okay, he's entitled to his opinion, but I'm entitled to disagree. Anyways, I was disappointed. I thought the William Castle documentary was much better. He didn't involve his politics or any of that ridiculous communist crud ideology to infect his movies, William Castle. Thank God. But Roger Corman, on the other hand, is a different story. Always knew he was a Democrat because he loved John F. Kennedy. Nothing wrong with that. John F. Kennedy was a good president compared to most modern presidents these days. But then I think during the late 60s, he started to veer off into something different altogether. And I'm sure it's much worse now. But anyways, here comes a Muni train to interrupt us again. Try to watch some Death Race 2050. Pretty slow here today. And, keep plugging away at the Indeed applications. I think I applied for most of them already. There's like none left for me to apply for, unless I can find a really old one. But I'll probably pull up some more Indeed applications. During my time with my son at the Belmont Library, see how that goes. My independent contractor company, Hungry, didn't pay me because they didn't tell me to punch in last Saturday. They told me, oh, you'll get paid on Thursday, which is today. And that didn't happen because they never told me to punch in to some tablet at Good Eggs. So I was texting the Hungry guy, John, and I was sending an email to Hungry Payroll just to get an idea of when I'm actually going to get paid for that. Hopefully next Thursday, but after next week, I'm going to be desperate for money. I asked my ex-wife when she's going to send me child support money from her bonus. She goes, oh, they're supposed to give it to me at the end of the month. So there's that. And I'm going to be hurting next month if I don't find a job soon. I mean, like, within the next week or so. I want to work for Misfit Markets, but they haven't responded to my Indeed application, unfortunately. So that's the end of my review. I wanted to like this more, but the communist crud political ideology ruined it for me for the most part. Laters.